But in this presentation, I will talk about the participation of a very little known category of soldiers. I am referring to soldiers of Mexican origin.
Despite its informal character, will undoubtedly serve as a window to introduce the brave stories of Mexicans.
When I was a boy, my father had a friend who combated in Korea. And I promised myself to dig up the story of Mexicans because I was sure he was not alone. Definitely Mexico was not in the group of the 16 countries who sent troops. My country decided to donate humanitarian assistance, food and medical supplies in a range of $350,000 of that time, 1951. So the number of soldiers of Mexican origin was around 100,000 still alive in 1990. So how did Mexicans and Mexican Americans got involved in the Korean War? Those were individual choices for those coming from Mexico, and for those who were born in the United States of Mexican origin, they were drafted and enlisted in the armed forces. Because of their number, soldiers of Mexican origin fought in many fronts. They blended with the other soldiers in all armed forces branches. They were mostly privates. Some became corporals or surgeons. Corporal Jesus Rodriguez, who mentioned this in his memoirs. Once we got in Korea, the Mexican squad had something going. Sergeant Baker's all-Mexican squad was moving and doing it right. The American soldiers of Mexican origin served with distinction. They fought courageously. They gave their lives, when need be, valiantly. Well, I hope that this is only the beginning of an adventure, as I mentioned, to dig up so many untold, or maybe told, but that they're hidden in many homes, in many archives. There must be a lot of dramatic and fascinating stories of Mexican and Mexican-American veterans waiting to be told and revalued in Korea, in the United States, and especially in my country, Mexico. When I arrived in Korea 3 years ago, I wondered if I could find the stories of Mexicans who combated in the Korean War. Time passed by, and it was only at the end of last year, thinking about the commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the beginning of the Korean War, that we really started to dig up in many archives and looking for personal stories about the participation of soldiers of Mexican origin in the Korean War. I am very thankful to the Foreign Ministry and particularly to the Direction General for Latin America and the Caribbean, hosting in the format of the Latin Plaza this extraordinary possibility for me to present the history, the stories of the soldiers of the Korean War of Mexican origins. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
6.25 참전하는 라틴 아메리카 국가 중에 오직 콜롬비아만 알고 있었는데요. 이번 발표를 통해서 멕시코의 많은 분들이 한국을 위해 힘써 주셨음을 알게 되어서 인상 깊었습니다.
보통 우리가 중남미 그러면은 우리하고 굉장히 좀 관련이 없는 땅, 너무 먼 곳, 미지의 세상을 이렇게 생각을 하는데 오늘 직접 참여하기 전에 대사님하고 또 미팅하면서 이야기를 듣고 조금 스터디를 하면서 저 또한 몰랐던 거 많이 알게 됐어요. 진짜 이미 70년 전에 이렇게 우리 한국 전쟁에 수많은 사람들이 와서 희생을 했고, 그리고 우리가 생각하는 것보다 훨씬 더 지금 우리가 갖고 있는 것들에 대해서 감사해야 될 부분이 많은 우리의 어떤 굉장히 가까운 사람들이구나라는 생각을 하게 됐습니다. 라틴 아메리카에 대해서 새로운 걸 많이 깨달은 시간인 것 같아요. 여러분, 다음 회 라틴 광장도 많은 관심과 기대로 기다려 주시기를 부탁드릴게요.